what you do. Hope we don't lose anyone. Oh, good. Okay. All right. So we're gonna set. Last class I had you set up so that immediately after we finished OMS, we entered into like a lying down meditative state, and we're gonna do that again. So our heart's all settled, and we're gonna have him move. Okay. So let's do it the same kind of setup we did. So I'll take one blanket for like torso. Take another, I have my bolster here, so it's going to come in for underneath the knees. And then another blanket for your head support. And we're going to do delicious head support. So even here as we're settling. Okay, I am going to offer, listen, you can stay lying down. I'm going to offer coming back up to do the OMS. Just because it changes, but it's all good. Only lying down, give it a try. Okay, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to lie down, take my hands, roll underneath. I know we've done this before. Oops, don't take them out with you. And until you've got like a triangle, and then I just press it down around the shoulders and kind of mold it for the head. And it should feel so good. Okay, and then I'm going to come up, but you don't have to. If you're in it and you're like, this is exactly where I need to be to start this practice, then that's where you go. All right, you can come sit on my package here. Okay. If you want to put your socks on or anything else, because we'll lie down for a little bit, and maybe have your strap nearby so you don't have to come up after. Okay. And maybe a block too, as I say all that, and you're getting settled. You might also find a block handy. Okay. So excited. Just let your hands rest on your thighs if you're seated. If you're lying down, you can take your hands to rest on your body. And just settle into your breath. Into your powerful. Every time I write powerful now, I do capital P for power, capital F for full, and I add an extra L. Because it's true. Powerful. Feel the next inhale, lengthen you tall. Exhale, join the palms, bow your chin, rest your shoulders. So feel the powerful of your breath. We will connect the heart space, the lung space, the throat space, the voice space with soft eyes. As you begin this next inhale, lengthen yourself, lift your chin, exhale it through your mouth. Inhale fully for 3 ohms. Oh. 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 Bow your chin, release your hands, open your eyes halfway and slip into something more comfortable. Okay. And feel yourself resting and lie in this Shavasana meditation for 3 or so minutes. staying as you are. If you'd like to take your arms over your head, even bending the elbows, opening up the side ribs, the ease of your breath. Let's stay in this relaxed meditative place. Bring your right knee into your chest. Use your strap or your fingers. Just hold the thigh in. Drop the jaw. Soften the jaw, soften the hip bones. Soften your throat and soften your lower anatomy. Soften the eyes. Relax the back of the knees. Staying very soft. Softening. And we'll keep the interlace of the fingers if they're interlaced. Flip the palms, take the arms overhead. Stretch your right leg back out. One nice full breath. Change the interlace of your fingers as you exhale, left knee in, hands holding or strap or whatever works. And then softening, softening. Nice full breath. Exhale, release arms overhead, legs stretched out. And flex your feet and even lift the heels up off the floor if you have the bolster there. Press out through the soles of your feet. Spread your toes. Lift your arms up, get a little longer through the side waist. And release the interlace, but keep your arms overhead, and we're going to bring both knees into your chest. So however you want to do that, you do at the same time or one at a time. Hands are just going to hold the shins or behind the thighs. And start to invite in a little bit of rocking here for the low back. So you might even be lifting the tailbone as the knees come in. Like a reverse crunch. It just came to me from junior high or high school gym class or aerobics. Just gently drawing the thighs in, but lifting the tail. Okay, and then we'll rest with the thighs in. So I took my hands behind the thighs and just dropping the shins on top. The hands are nicely secured there and the shoulders relax. And as you rest here, take your awareness to the lower part of your body and notice anything you're clenching. And if you notice something, maybe you can soften the jaw a little more, the eyes a little more, and see if that helps. One more breath. And release your feet onto your bolster. If you had one there, I'm going to walk the feet as wide as the bolster. Then take these little hands, pop them underneath your hips like we do. Spread your fingers. Let yourself rest on the backs of your hands. And then we'll start a windshield wiper. Maybe just a little bit to start. Going deeper as your body's allowing. Stay soft in your face. Soft in your breath. Good. Okay, the next time the knees rock over to the right side, gonna let them fall. You might move your right shin so it's resting on the bolster, and then the left leg can rest anywhere over top. Or you just keep them as they are if you're okay. That's going to be a big drop. And the left hand is probably free. So a nice inhale, and as you exhale, that's when you'll start to lift back up. And maybe you need to take your hands out for a moment and just wiggle about and feel. And then lifting the hips, placing the hands, dropping the knees over to the left side. And, adjust your legs to whatever would feel softened, relaxed. And yeah, the work is getting done. Softening the pelvic floor as much as you can, let the jaw go. The eyes, they feel like they're dropping back into the skull. Maybe you feel like you're even looking downwards inside. That's going to soften the eyes. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, bring the legs back up. Okay, feet are on the bolster, maybe hip distance apart, and we'll lift the hips enough just to take the hands out. Take a rest here and walk the feet right together. So the knees are together, feet are together, and we're just going to rock these knees side to side. And you might go all the way down, soles of the feet might come up and off, but keep everything together as much as you can. Good. Okay, one more on each side. And we'll bring the knees up, separate the feet, hip distance apart. I'm going to cross this left ankle over the right knee. Okay, I have the left foot flex. We'll wave this left knee in and out a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to come to thread the needle. So I'm going to bring this right thigh in. You can use your strap and your hands behind the thigh. And it's very early. I'm just going to invite this. You have to keep your right foot on the bolster if that's a better place for you right now. Just rocking side to side. Come to center. I'm going to take the hands now on top of the shin because you can. And really drop in. And yes, so I feel this immensely. So I'm just smiling with joy. Hope your head feels supported. If not, feel free to adjust that support. You can soften your eyes, your jaw, every breath. Okay. So we're here for another 3 or 4 breaths. I'm just going to shift this whole leg package to the right a little more. And for more discomfort, there it is. So smile and create some space. Okay, I'm going to release the arms out to the side. And stretch the legs out. Come back to your pseudo shavasana. Just feel and release and relax. And feel your breath has shifted and changed. So just stay as you are, just straighten your legs, maybe the feet lift up off the floor because you've got this knee support. Extend through your legs, out through your feet, spread your toes. Turn the big toes in towards each other, heels out, even a baby bit, just to widen the low back. You might even feel that because we're lying on it. Good. Okay, I'm gonna bring the feet onto the bolster. And then have the feet hip distance apart. Right ankle crosses over. I'm going to start with the waving of this right knee in and out. Soft eyes, soft face, soft breath. And then choosing to either stay here or take it to thread the needle. And I'll have the hands behind the thigh. I'm just going to rock this very gently, lovingly side to side. Keep the hands over top. Drop in. As much as you can. Let the jaw go, the eyes go, even the throat softens. There's a great connection between the perineum and the throat. Isn't that interesting? And like at times where you had things to say and you just held it in, and you feel it in your gut. And you maybe feel it all the way to the base of you, in that pelvic floor area. Everything clenches. You're in the safety of your space, softening, freeing. Nice big breath in. Breathe it out. Release your hand and come back to Pseudo Shavasana. Legs out, arms out, heart open. Okay, we're going to stay as we are and bring the soles of the feet together. And then you have many, many options. They don't have to touch. That's option number one. Option number two is to have the bolster underneath your knees, and you might even place the feet on the bolster. That's going to be very open. You see how that is. And if you're all good, however you place them, we're going to just add the hands behind the head. And we have this nice blanket roll. I'm just going to unroll it. Interlace the fingers behind the head, maybe opposite, interlace the fingers. Once I'm here, I anchor the elbows to the floor, lift and the head, lift the chest, bring the shoulder blades down, and then rest the chest back down. Now keep everything as it is, just lift the tops of your shoulders up like you're shrugging and put them back. And we're here for about 3 or so breaths. Okay, so as we come into our final few, take a full breath in, see if you can fill the belly. And then open your mouth side out, draw it in. Draw the belly in. Let's do that again because maybe my instructions weren't clear. Take a full breath, expand your belly. Now, when you exhale, you open your mouth and suck the belly in. Well, we have to do the third time because I cough. So maybe change the interlace of your fingers. Take a full breath in. And then side out. Good. Okay, I'm going to bring the knees to elbow. So I'm going to lift the elbow. We're all going to lift the elbows up. Lift the head up. Bring your knees in. See if you can touch your elbows to your knees. Flex your feet. 2 breaths. And then slowly lower down.
Your feet might come to rest on the bolster. I'm just going to kick the bolster back out of the way. So the feet are on the floor, maybe on your blanket. Good. Okay, now your hands are behind your head. Lift your head up and let the head rest in the hands. So, your fingers are nicely interlaced. If you need to take the elbows up, do that. If you can keep them open, great. And then we're just going to move the head side to side. You're going to do that with your hands and your elbows, just turning the head. So we did this in class last time. I added a shift. So I'm actually turning the upper chest to the left and the right as the head gets this little ride. Just find a little bit of any movement here. Good. Come to center. Hang out here for a moment. Really hold the head. Chin is dropping towards the chest. Notice what you feel is the belly gripping, jaw gripping. Nice. And then lower your head down, release your hands. Good. Take your arms down by your sides. Palms are going to face down. Spread the fingers. Now lift the tops of the shoulders up like you're like, I don't know. And then take these shoulders up towards the ears and down. Yeah, now anchor the tops of the shoulders, the sides of the shoulders, even the back of the shoulders to the floor, and bend your forearms so the elbows are down, the palms are facing each other. You might bring these elbows a little closer in towards your body. So feel that the upper chest is going to connect, the head is going to connect, the feet are going to connect. Inhale here as you exhale, keep this shape but soften the belly. And as you inhale, anchor the feet, anchor the upper arms, anchor the head. Lift your hips up. Good. Exhale, slowly lower down. Imagine you're lowering top to bottom. When you come all the way down, you just let the tailbone drop. Inhale, lift up. Okay, you can keep your arms where they are. It's a really nice anchor. Or maybe you take your hands back down, palms down. Keep lifting. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind you and walk the upper arms a little closer together. You might walk your feet further apart. Like really feel your stability as the shoulders, the feet, the back of your head, jaw soft, belly soft. Find your strength, find your powerful. Can you lift a little more? Good. And then release your hands. Maybe they come out to the sides. You lower all the way down. Pause here. Heel toe your feet wide as a sticky mat. And we move into windshield wiper as a release. So nice and wide. Yeah, whatever you need to do, you do that. Good. Yes, also nice. Okay. Oh, one more on each side. Good. Okay, bring your feet back into position. Find your strap. Oh, mine's still looped from the other day. I'm just going to unloop it. You need to unloop yours. Opportunity to unloop. Okay, we're going to start with a soul shine. So feel free to adjust your head support. We kind of took it apart. You can roll it up and fine.
Yeah.
Move your foot. Okay. Good. So let's start with the left foot. And if you're okay, Art just had a little knee situation. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to hold the strap, the buckle in one hand. Put the strap over the foot. Feel free to bend your leg. It's still early. Or get it straighter. And just massage the sole of your foot. Good. Nice. All right. Let's do one more moment. And then we'll let that strap find the center of the foot. And we're going to straighten the leg up. And maybe it comes down. You're going to feel your hip flexor. And if everything's tight there, if you start to let the straight leg come down, sometimes lining up knee to knee is a great, let's do that. Let's start with that. Okay. Find your right knee and your left knee in alignment. And then press through into the strap. So you're extending. And what I feel here, is a little arching in the low back and some space in this left hip flexor. Good. Okay, if you're good, you got that space, and you kind of want to keep that as you bring this left leg up, and that's where things get interesting. They start to try to keep that little arch in the low back. Softness in the jaw and the eyes. And just receiving whatever you are getting here. It's yours. Okay, I'm going to extend this right leg out. Oh, there's the bolster. How nice. I'm just going to rest it on the bolster. Good. Okay. Keep the leg where it is. Take your hands off the strap. See if you can do that without changing anything in your leg. Now take your hands. Reach up as high as you can on the strap. That doesn't, the leg can come in close, but it can stay where it is. Take a full breath in. As you breathe out, draw in the low belly, draw in the sides of your waist, lift your head and chest. As you inhale, you maybe pull this leg closer. Maybe the hands can reach up higher on the strap. Oh, I'm taking a look at my right foot, and it's turning in, it's sickling. I'm going to open that up as much as I can, like I'm standing on the right foot. And look at it. Good. Okay, lower your head and chest down. We're going to stay here. We're going to open the strap out nice and wide and let this leg slide. And we're using the friction of the strap as a, you're shining that soul. Tap it into your powerful. Good. Okay. Great. We're going to let this left leg come across, but not, you're just going to go like that a little bit so the left hip doesn't lift. You can reach up in the strap. You can take both ends of the strap into the right hand if you like. Left hand can find that hip crease and find some space. You spread your toes for extra or yum. And then we'll let this leg come all the way over to the right. And I'm not going to let it rest on the floor. I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to push out through the foot, even like pushing. And I feel this right hip is connecting. It's also pushing. But then I want to find space in this hip flexor, pushing the hip towards the back of the mat. Good. Okay. Breathe in your powerful through both legs. Maybe you can even find like this lifting of the heart here. Yes. Good. And then inhale, come back up. Change hands. Right hand can come out to the side. We let this left leg come out. And try and keep this right side down. If you need to bend the right leg for stability, do it. The left elbow can rest on the floor and pushing up through the legs. Like, opening up. What's the point of this? Point is to find some space. So even this left thigh, I'm pushing to the back of the thigh. So much integrity. Integration, integrity. Bring this leg up. Good. Okay, one last shoe shine. And then slip the strap off. Keep your straight leg up. Yes. Find this, both legs up. Take your arms over your head. And then exhale and lower this left leg down like it's going through molasses, like you're stretching it. Like I want to make it longer legs. And then whenever it comes down to rest, just take your Shavasana rest. Okay, second side. So we started with both legs bent. So you can start there. If you want to start with the left leg straight, okay. And I'm going to find the buckle, just hold it in one hand and start a little sunshine. However you want to do it, bend your legs, all good. Integrating your integrity, your intention with this. Wake this foot up, honor it, love it. Good. Okay, yeah, we started with the knee bent. So as we straighten the leg, you're going to find knee to knee again. So let the strap be free and have knee to knee. Okay, now look at your foot. Is the heel turning out too much? Can you make that foot like you're standing on it and then press out? And you're looking for space here, almost like the hip flexor is going to hollow out. Little arching in the low back. Softening of the shoulders. Softening of the jaw. And, you're just stay here until you find that, or you might not even find it. It's all good. It's just practice, practice. You start to bring the leg back up, and I'm trying to keep this integrity here. The leg's not going to come that far, and that's all good. I'm just going to be with that and find contentment in some way here. Even just softening your belly, relaxing your pelvic floor. Good. Okay, keep the leg where it is. Let go of the strap. Yeah, and now you're going to reach up higher. So you might bring the leg in, reach up. As you exhale, soften, draw the belly in, then lift your head and chest and pull this leg in. You want to straighten your left leg here, go for that. Looking at my left foot, wants to turn in, push that big toe mound out. Toes are spreading. Integration is happening. Okay, lower your head and chest, open the strap out, find the side to side love dance. Yes. Look at your leg go. A lot of this too is just perception. If you don't often take notice as we lie down on our back and touch our foot, like how often does that normally happen in someone who doesn't practice yoga's life? Not that often. Okay, we're going to bring the leg up and we're going to take it a little bit over to the left. So you're welcome to, hold both straps or one strap in one hand. Maybe the right thumb comes into this hip crease and create some space. Okay, and then here, so again, the leg is in its integrity here. And I'm going to spread the toes, which is going to create some sort of awareness. You might even tune into places that are gripping and go, oh, can I soften without changing the shape? How do I do that? Inside, can I soften? All right, and then we'll take this leg all the way over. You let the left leg turn. If you want to rest on the floor, that's up to you. It's all, there's places to work at any place you go. So I'm just pressing out through this leg, integrating this right flank all the way to the leg, and then creating this hip crease space. Press this inner hip to the back of the mat. Big, beautiful breathing. Through both legs, everything's happening there. Integration of your powerful. Okay. Inhale, take the leg up. We're going to change hands. The left arm's going out to the side, and this right leg's coming out, but it's coming out through its powerful. It's strong. Like I don't even need to hold the strap, but it's nice. But if you let go of the strap, that's something kicks in, got to work for it. Good. Okay, integrate. Nice. Okay, inhale, come up. I'll say this too, I always love to go back to the beginning. Release and come into your Shavasana. But, the first few years that I was doing that, I hated it. So much discomfort. Integration. Okay, beautiful. Let's take a little windshield wiper just again to move the back. So I'm going to start with the legs wide. Rock those knees side to side. Good. Bring your knees up. Keep your feet wide. So wherever the right foot is, keep it there. Bring the left foot right beside it. And then come back to windshield wiper. So the knees are together on the right side. Feet are together. Nice. Okay. Rest the feet. Step the left foot out wide and bring the right foot beside. That rhymes. And then do it again. Sides. Massaging our guts. Digestion. All of these good. Good. Okay. Feet up. feet wide, both feet wide, pigeon toe, bring the knees together. Good. Okay, I'm taking goalpost arms now. So the elbows are in line with the shoulders, and then bend the forearms, and the wrists are in line with the elbows. That was like letter L and a backwards L. Okay, just take notice of your shoulders. If one's lifting more than the other, and maybe you kind of rock yourself or lift your chest so you can find evenness. Then I'm going to open the hands, stretch the fingers nice and wide. You know, they might come up off the floor of the hands. It's all fine. Now really press the knees together, the thighs together. Good. Keep everything as it is. Keep the elbows where they are. Just lift the hands up to the sky and bring the palms down to the floor. And we'll just go back and forth between these two. So backs of the hands, palms face up, and then palms face down. You're just kind of waving. Integrate your breath with that. Okay, one more. Good. Take the arms up, open the arms out to the side like a T. Good. Now you can turn your palms down or bring your arms in. We're going to lift this leg package up, and just, you know, we've been playing with this. The knees stay together. Just move your feet apart. Knees and thighs stay together. If they don't, that's okay too. You're just working this little action. Okay, I'm going to hold the feet out to the sides, like almost like basic resting pose, sitting. Really stretch your toes, stretch your feet, but soften your heart. Okay, bring the feet together, bring the knees in, hug them in and out. And now we have really nothing beneath us with the bolsters over there. I'm going to rock and roll here. And this is going to be like part of our pose. So maybe we go very slow a few times and just see. And if you know, you can take your legs over your head nicely. And maybe you want to hang out there for a moment and just come back and forth. I'm going to do maybe two more. Whatever you're doing, great. Just honor your movement. Okay, and then we'll bring ourselves up and pause, feel. Oh, so good. Okay, I'm going to come to hands and knees. Let's do a few cat cows and variations of cat cow. I'm going to keep this blanket where it is. One for the head, I'll just move it out of the way. And it's a little shake. Good. Okay. Oh, let's start swaying side to side. Once you're here, support your knees, friends. You can use your bolster if you need a little more. Just have the toes tucked under. Okay, next time you rock to one side, maybe you begin your rolls. You drop the belly, you get up and around, just nice and the loving movement. Okay, the same way we do with the breath, when we like really work from the inside. So here, when you bring the belly up, draw it in, suck in, and then release everything on the way down. Reverse. Integrating movement and breath. Good. Okay, bring yourself to center. I'm going to bring the knees right together. I'm going to put the tops of the feet down. I'm going to take the left hand just a little bit into center. So maybe I have shoulder over wrist. And then we'll take the right leg, stretch it right back. Flex your foot. Oh, I did that wrong. Drop the right foot. Extend the left leg. Yes, left leg out. We're going to take the right arm up. So you got to really push into the left hand, left arm, and then find your extension. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. Breathe. Take the belly in. Release. Second side. So the right hand comes into center. I'm going to stretch this right leg back. There we go. Take the left arm and find your powerful here. You'll feel into your feet like little rudders, your toes, your finger pads connecting. You know, the core of you, balancing it. And then release. Good, tuck your toes under. Let's move forward and back a little bit, little wrist. Come as far forward as you like, as far back as you like. Good. Okay. Beautiful. All right, just drop yourself down into a version of child's pose. I still have the toes tucked under. I'm going to drop the head, draw the belly up, pressing the hands away, arms are straight. Turn your inner elbows up to the sky. Let some space for the neck. One more breath. Good, okay. I'm gonna take forearm dog. I'm just gonna take this blanket and just fold it back so I have some room. And then pop back up onto your hands and your knees. Inner elbows face out, and we drop the forearms down. Palms come together, maybe the elbows come in a little more. You find your marking so your shoulders are over your elbows. And you can interlace the fingers or keep them together. Tuck your toes under and press yourself up. Push the forearms down, tuck your chin. Breathe here. I'm just lifting and lowering the heels, inviting it in. Create some space for your neck. And you can stay here for 3 breaths, or maybe you want to wave a little bit, front to back. Let's feel into what you need. Let me do one more. Nice. And then we'll lower down into child's pose. I'm going to bring the knees together. And, child's pose could be just like this. The hands down, just resting. That could be exactly what you need. Coming forward, great. Feel. Ah, beautiful. That's it. And surrender. Soften. Integration. Resting in your power. Okay. And then bring yourself up to sitting. Yeah, anyway, sit however feels good. Good. Okay. We'll take seated twist. I think I'm going to stay sitting like this. If that, hearts, you can't see him, but he is sitting cross-legged. Maybe turn around and go over there. Yeah. Okay. So you sit however you like. Nice. And then we'll just turn to the left. And if you want to use your block, we have that handy. Especially if you're sitting like this, might be too far away. We're just going to turn. Okay. And then here's where the integration happens. Like, my leaning far back. Sometimes that's great. Leaning back. Let's even, if you can lean back a little bit, bend your left arm, create some space, and then bend your way up. Soften the jaw, the eyes. Inhale, exhale, come out. If you're sitting on this way and you want to switch, you can just move yourself around or change the cross of your legs. And then twist to the opposite side. Just feeling what's happening here. And I feel the rib cage turning, the shoulders dropping. Okay, then we'll lean back a little bit and find some room there to turn. And bring yourself back and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, come out. We're going to come, I know the time, but we are going to come up and do tree pose. I'm going to come through downward facing dog. Welcome to just bring yourself upright if you want to take a few moments and forward fold or downward dog. Letting your head go. And I'm going to walk my hands back towards my feet. And then we'll bend the knees and roll up. Your hands can dangle or they can come to your thighs. Once we're upright, take a moment here. Okay. Well, we've been playing around with tree pose on several different variations. I'm going to offer another variation today to come in. So
Here's what I'm gonna offer. We did this the other day when we brought the knee in. You can always hold on to a wall. Okay, so we'll either start here or we start like this, where you interlace the fingers behind the thigh. I'll just show you first. I'm gonna anchor the thigh down and take the leg out, hang out there for a few breaths. Okay, and then we'll move into tree without losing our balance. So whichever one works. Okay, I just did the left leg. So I'm gonna balance on the left foot. Use a wall, it's all fine. Bring the right knee in. Either hold that knee with both hands, one hand or behind the thigh. And I start by pressing the thigh down. Then I take the leg forward, and whatever happens here, it's about smiling, integrating, finding joy. Anchor through the left leg, open your heart. Okay, and then flow into your tree if you can. Oh, glory be. Oh, oh, oh. And then once you're in your tree, you can lift your arms up. I'm going to play again with the balance here. So I'm in this tree. When you're ready, the right hand comes down to rest on this right thigh. I reach through the left side, and I'm going to actually lean over to the right with this left arm, with my head, with the chest, like we did with the hands behind the head, just moving the upper chest. Whatever happens here, it's joy. And then we'll come out when you're ready. You know, I love a little crazy out. And then crazy in. Okay, integrate. Be with your breath. Okay, second side. So balancing on your right foot, spreading the toes, you know, make your foot as big of an anchor. And then take that left knee in, whatever way, friends. Or behind the thigh, press the thigh down. That helps with the anchor. And then take the leg out and see what happens. And the wobbling is all good. Honor your wobble. Oh, I'm such a wobbler today. Yay, me. We're in this new moon energy, friends. Huge moon energy. Come to your tree. They say it's a time of incredible transformation. We're all in this place of change. And I mean, they say that about every new moon, but this one is supposed to be super powerful. So maybe that's what's causing wobbles today. Okay, I'm going to take the left hand down, reach up through the right side, and find this little crescent if it's there. Wobbling in the foot is good, good, good work for the ankle. And then maybe a crazy out. Oh, so crazy. Okay, feel your joy. Okay, step your feet. They don't have to be super wide. We're just gonna come into this like, I know I'm saying it wrong. Leonardo da Vinci's, you know, his man with the arms, you know, they're like that. Like, yes, well, I did this just to show you, but let's do that. Turn your feet out, you know, reach up. Some nice strong feet. Oh, feel free to do some of this. Breathe. You can have your legs straight. This can be a lot, but wow, this is called goddess pose. Good. I love it, love it, love it. Nice. And then take your hands down. Maybe they come to the hip crease and you push the tush back, turn your feet and take all your hands down. And then we'll just take a forward full moment. Of course, there's always going to be some wobbling and moving. Nice. Okay, now the legs are as wide as you like. Maybe the hands can walk in between the feet. Let your head go. Release into your breath. Feel from the hips to the legs, inner legs, outer legs, feet, stability. And the upper body is dropping in. One more breath. From here, I'm going to come to a squat. So I'll walk the hands out, heel to the feet in, you know, maybe hip distance or wider. Toes can turn out. And then drop down into whatever variation. You have your blankets, you have your blocks. I'm walking my feet in closer. Just gonna find this. This you don't have to find. Lifting the arms requires a certain amount of comfort in this sit. So if you don't have that, you know, here, this is good. Hands on the floor, good. You're getting this happening, it's all good. You can come down to sit, yes, ta-da! And then lower yourself down. Good. Yeah, oh, I think I need a moment. Just turn your palms up. Be here in this energetic glow. Your energy is huge. You take your hands out. I know I can feel this. Like, it's like energy it's all around. That's yours. Yeah. If you're watching, make your energy bigger. Hey, fluff your aura. Make it bigger. Okay, with this huge aura, we're going to now come all the way down for a real Shavasana. I'm going to take legs up the wall asana. Because that's such a good thing to do. But if maybe you did a lot of legs up the wall already and you're like, nah, I'm just good. So it's all good. You take your time to set up your sacred space. Do the work. I honor it. It's not. I feel so good, but it's hard to maintain. I remember, there was a gentleman who used to come to Red Deer Lake with us. He came for about 6 months before he told me he used to teach yoga. Maybe 20 years ago. I was talking and all the people, and I knew some of the people he taught with. And said, and then I just stopped. I completely stopped for about 10 years. Till he started coming to Red Deer Lake, and felt like he was brought there just as a reminder. Don't neglect your practice. It's very easy to do, and things can change and just recede, and the habits kick in and all of that stuff. So you who are here and sharing this space, you have a number of how many years we've been doing this together. And one of you I've never even met. You just started coming during the candy, and that's like years now. That's amazing. Give yourself that, powerfully received message of support. I started off by saying, we're all in this together, and we're doing this work without any attachment to the outcome. Just show up for ourselves. So honoring that and resting into your joy. Shavasana. If you wish to change the position you're in, and doing it now.
Giving yourself permission to rest more deeply right now. This time. Softening all parts in your field of awareness. Feeling yourself blanketed by your good energy and your loving intentions. Beginning to make any little movements. You slowly awaken. Bring yourself into seated. Maybe you stay exactly as you are. And drop in more deeply. You pause out this. On your exhale, bringing your hands to your heart and bowing your chin. Just a few moments of devotional practice. So you who lives within this body, with gratitude and the body working with the soul that lives within it. This time of integration, it's human experience. Seal this with one Om. Inhale. Breathe all of that into your hands. Your loving, intentional awareness, your presence. You're powerful. And give this to yourself. Remind yourself you are more than you know. Yes, share that with each other from my heart. From my heart. So I'm going to take all of your stuff back. Let that feed and nourish us, protect us throughout this day and this time. So, my dear friends, thank you. And see you soon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I receive it. Send it back.